Okay, so I have a lot to do today, so I thought for today's episode just to show off my Stephen King collection. So, let's start off from the top. Here we have Carrie, his first book. It's an alright read. I enjoyed it. A little slow at times, but for the most part, really good novel. Salem's Lot. Very gothic and very dark book. Reminded me of Dracula a little bit, and from what I've heard, it's actually based off of Dracula. Really good novel. Next we have The Shining. Unfortunately got wet at one point, so yeah. But yeah, I might get this in hardcover, but for the most part, this is actually one of my favorite books by him. Really great read. I love it. Movie is a little better, but the story itself is still pretty good. The Stand. Haven't read this one, but if I ever get mauled by a bear and I have this book with me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is the first. I think this is the first edition. I don't know, but yeah, I'll probably read that eventually. Not soon though. The Dead Zone. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Definitely plan on reading that. I also plan on reading this soon. Firestarter. Yeah, there's Firestarter. Come on, hold on. There we go. Nice. Cujo. This was another great read, but kind of confusing to read since, there are no chapter breaks, so I didn't know where to stop at some points. Christine, this is actually a first edition. It's in pretty good condition too. I got this from Half Price Books, and it's amazing what you can find there. But yeah, I plan on reading this one soon as well, but I don't know, I'm kind of hectic because I heard from a lot of people it's slow. There's Pennywise right there. Oh look, there's another Pennywise. I'm actually rereading Pet Sematary right now. This is my favorite King book. Number 1. It's sad, creepy, depressing, but yet somehow beautiful at the same time, and also teaches a great lesson about death. A dark lesson, but anyways, here's another copy of Pet Sematary because I love this book. Oh, hi Link. The Talisman, written with Peter Straub. I've heard good things. Of course, I have read it. Fortunately, I lost the dust jacket, so I had to make my own cover. But yeah, it's a great novel. I love it. It's a little slow in some parts, but other than that, pretty solid book. I love it. Misery, my first Stephen King book that I've read. Another good one. Another great one, actually. On my top 5 list. Oh shit! Anyway, stay there. Then we have the Tommyknockers. I've heard Stephen King was high off his ass while writing this, but I might read it eventually. He doesn't remember writing Cujo, and that was still pretty good. The Dark Half. This was an interesting one. It was weird in some parts, but other than that, it had some pretty good ideas. Needful Things. I haven't read this one, but from what I've heard, it reminds me of Something Wicked This Way Comes. The premise does anyway. Come on, boy. Yeah, sorry about that. My fucking camera ran out of fucking memory. But anyways, Here's Gerald's Game. Heard mixed things, but I'm excited to read it. Dolores Claiborne. Decent. Actually, I haven't read this one, my bad. But yeah, I heard it's pretty good. Insomnia. I definitely plan on reading this one, but I'm kind of intimidated because I heard it's from some people it's kind of boring and, you know, it's a big book, so. Rose Matter. This one actually kind of does sound kind of creepy, the plot does anyway. Plan to read this one soon. Desperation. I don't know if I should read the regulators first or if it doesn't matter, but you know, if it's like a Call of Wild and White thing kind of thing, but yeah, I definitely plan on reading this one. Black House. Another collaboration story. Oh, and look what I got, Wolf. From Biogate. Plan on reading this one, but I've heard from some it's another mixed opinion kind of thing, but yeah, I'll definitely be reading that soon. This one seems pretty interesting, has a pretty interesting premise. Yeah, I'll definitely be reading this one soon. Go to the bottom. I still don't know the premise for Doom or Key. Like, even with all the reviews I've read, all the blurbs. I know you don't like when people don't read blurbs, Travis McBee, so if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but it's a habit of mine. But yeah, this one seems pretty interesting. Pretty cool cover. This is probably not his most recognized book, but I'll definitely read it soon. Joyland. Doctor Sleep, sequel to The Shining. Seems like it's gonna be really good. I'll definitely be reading this one soon. Revival, really good book with a horrifying ending. Like, I was just dumbfounded after I was finished reading this. Dance Macabre, Bray. I don't know how to say that. What the fuck? But this one, I paged through it, and it seems to be like it's gonna be an interesting read. On Writing, really good book. Actually learns a lot of stuff in here. He goes into his life as a writer, but also gives some advice on writing. Love this book. Skeleton Crew. So far I've read Here There Be Tigers, Cain Rose Up, and Word Processor of the God. And word processors reminded me of the blob that ate everyone a little bit. It had the same kind of, type of machine makes everything real ordeal thing. Nightmares and Dreamscapes. I've read Stuff for the Little Children. Actually a really creepy book. Creepy story. Different Seasons. I haven't read this one, but I've seen Stand By Me, and that was a pretty good movie, and I heard it's a pretty good book, so definitely reading The Body soon. Can't quite reach, but back there's 4 Past Midnight with Langoliers in it. Best effects ever, man, right? The Bachman books. What interests me is that one of them, Rage, is out of print. So it was pretty cool to get a copy of that. Then back there's Thinner. I've seen the movie, but not read the book yet. And I do own Night Shift, but it's on my Kindle. Or at least. Bazaar of Bad Dreams. Pretty good collection. Heart-shaped box. This is by his son. And here are two of his new books. Sleeping Beauties, he wrote with his son, Owen King, and The Outsider. I'm actually still reading this one because college life is kind of interfering. But yeah, 4 past midnight. The Bachman books. Rage, The Long Walk, Road Work, and Running Man. And dinner. So, that was my Stephen King book collection. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Maybe tell me what your favorite King book is. And yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.